Mike O'Mara, Radio Entertainment.
Today's episode of the Mike O'Mara Show is brought to you by our bonus packages. Please go to MikeO'MaraShow.com and click on the bonus banner. You'll get access to all of our bonus content, and even better, you'll be helping out TMOS. So please quit sucking, and we thank you.
Available on demand every day in iTunes and the Google Play Store, and around the world on MikeO'MaraShow.com. What more can we do for you? It's the Mike O'Mara Show.
Congratulations, who's?
Wahoo-wah!
Wahoo's.
Wahoo-wah!
What a game.
I do not watch basketball really on any level, but I certainly don't pay attention to the college game. I always have found it to be a bit of an Achilles heel for me when it comes to sports knowledge. I wish I knew more about it, but last night from start to finish, I watched every single second of the Cavaliers-Texas Tech game, and it was big-time fun. I will tell you that I felt at the end of the telecast like I have been watching a strobe light because, I'm a baseball guy and a hockey guy. I don't believe the broadcasts are as intense with promos and with
graphics.
That's not true because they did a lot on the ice with hockey. So
But you know what? We're coming up on the least.
I thought I was looking at a strobe light with the ads. Every ad was like ding, gang, gang.
We're
gang.
coming
It's like
up,
start
Mike,
the game.
this weekend, the least cluttered sporting event of them all on CBS.
Yeah,
because
the chill masters for old men like me.
Because
But
they
this was
prohibit
intense.
that. They literally prohibit all that stuff.
Incredible. I stayed with it. I stayed with it even when late in the game Virginia went up by 10 points because I said something's going to happen with the running Rebels, and I don't want to offend our vast amount of Virginia Cavalier listeners out there.
Yes.
But I also hung with it because there was something about the running Rebels. Is the running Rebels? Is that the Texas Tech?
Texas Tech, yeah.
So there was something about them compared to the Virginia Cavaliers that was kind of the school that's not Virginia. And if you come from our part of the world, Virginia, at least in our state, it's the elite school. It's the school nobody can get into.
It's the Texas Tech Red Raiders.
Red Raiders,
Yes.
sorry, not Running Rebels.
I
Running
think
Rebels
I
are
like
somebody
yours
else.
better. I like yours better. Mike. Let's
the
call
Red
them the
Raiders.
running. And who
But
cares?
I like that none of us knew.
Well, no one
I
cares
mean,
about a loser.
To be
Did
fair,
you watch any of the game, Rob?
Yeah, I had it on actually all evening, and I watched the overtime.
Oh, okay. Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Oh, good for you.
Yeah,
I'm proud of you.
that
That's
was it.
wonderful.
look, the game.
My TV lives on CBS.
The game at the beginning was boring because you're like, oh my God, Virginia's dominating.
I had it on in the
I
background.
I did not see it going to overtime at all. I said this
And a
will be
defensive
over.
contest.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah. They didn't. There was each team had under 50 points. It was just I was like, oh, this is the worst. And then all of a sudden,
Kaboom.
like, the last 5 minutes of the game. Going into overtime, what became overtime,
Back
you're
and
like,
forth and
whoa,
back and forth and back and
different
forth.
game.
But hear me out here, because I know and probably only people from Virginia would really track with this. I think the rest of the country might say Virginia. No, Virginia is an elite school.
Oh,
a very
yeah.
elite school. And anybody that's probably
It's
tried
up there
to get
with
in there.
VCU and American.
Oh, no.
Well,
it is a much
American-
better school.
By the way, Rob Johnson, thank you for posting this on my page. American University voted the #1 school for journalism in America, which is pretty darn fine. I thought I'd give a tip of the cap to the Eagles.
Oh,
but getting back to so this is me, all right? Because
Right.
when you looked at even some of the guys on the team, but more importantly, when you looked at the students, and it seemed to me... It seemed to me I could be manufacturing this. I could be dead wrong. I'm in territory I don't know anything about. It seemed to me that there were more Virginia students there than there were Texas Tech students.
They borrowed Daddy's plane.
It's also
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. That's the way
That's
I looked
fine,
at
and
it.
you know
I
what?
think it's logistics because
Right.
Texas Tech is in Lubbock, which is 3 hours from anywhere. So the
Yes.
idea that they were going to make it to Minneapolis was, I told my wife that I said, let's see who actually made it from Lubbock to Minneapolis.
I think
a
that
destination
would it be
city, Mike.
And to speak to your point, Mike, yeah,
Minneapolis, very friendly.
very friendly. To speak to your point, on Facebook last night as the game was winding up and my feed was alive with all the people
Winding
doing
down.
the
Or winding up or winding down.
No, the game was winding up. It was
It was a nail biter though.
Yeah, but as it wound up and the thing ended up,
We should
I
stop
realized
talking
that
about games.
all the people that I know from high school that went to UVA we're all round table in the foyer students.
You know why? Because UVA is a great school.
It is.
Why are we condemning somebody?
I'm not
We're
condemning.
just painting with broad brushes.
Condemning.
This guy
I am
is.
not condemning.
No.
In this
They have
age,
big houses. How dare they?
I'm just saying it's a place of the elite.
Rob and I share a disdain for the elite. You know, I was the
they
elite
won't-
at one point,
they
and then
won't have me.
I was plucked from the land of the elite. But I will tell you that the school, it just, to me, when I was looking at the students? Fresh-faced, ivory girls, you know, perfectly coiffed young men, and then I looked, and then the Texas Tech just seemed like kind of salt of the earth. So I'm not going to say that I
Very
I
well
rooted for,
put.
and I didn't have a dog in the fight, so I didn't really
Right.
root passionately. My alma mater is American University. Happy for once again Barbara Moody, whose daughter Rowan, I believe, went to UVA. So you know, Barbara Moody finds winning teams in any, and she
Or,
does.
Mike,
She had-
is it the other way around?
winning teams find Barbara Moody,
Because she is touched,
who loves sports and
by
loves
the
winning sports.
oftentimes touched by the finger of luck.
Yeah, and by the way,
Chuck, too.
Washington Nationals, could you help Moody out a little bit? Okay, she needs that final piece of the puzzle.
Yeah, please. She bought
Please.
a 500-piece puzzle, Mike, and it's called Perfect Life,
Perfect
and
life.
missing one in the middle.
Ah, she's wonderful. She's a big supporter of our show. So I don't know. I am conflicted when I watch
Did it
sports.
look like
I
white
have to
collar,
have-
blue collar? Yes. UVA's borderline Ivy League. That's what I've been told my entire life.
Yeah, it's
So,
what it is.
It's what it is.
By
It's
everyone,
what it
at,
is.
by everyone at a UVA.
No, I'm talking about even
Oh,
applying to UVA.
that's a little local now. You just recently, had your daughter touring around. Was UVA ever in the cards?
No,
For
they
you?
don't.
Your
They
daughter
don't
had
have.
a
They don't
decent
have.
GPA.
They don't have a great fine arts program. VCU has the best arts program in state.
That's because they're churning. That's because they're churning out hedge fund managers. Sorry, pal.
Hey, and you know-
I have to tell you that. Okay, as a father of children in the arts,
And Mike, you know
sorry,
what?
Way to build Daddy that big house. Fantastic.
Hedge funds managers need art to hang on their wall in those red big mansions. And besides,
Sure they do.
she's graphic design. It's not like she's
STEM,
going to be.
Rob.
She's
STEM.
she's not going to be. Okay, sure. I'll work with
STEM.
Robert on the stems.
Yeah, STEM.
Seeds and stems.
No, but it's true. It's true.
Show title.
The kids that go to UVA are the ones that were good
I
at all
know.
the stuff you can't be that most people aren't good at. So I'm jealous.
Yeah.
I have a weird, conflicted way of watching sports if I don't have a passionate rooting interest. It's extremely dark
Mike,
and negative.
Are you more?
especially
I was
in my
going to
current
say,
state
are
of
you more
mind.
often if you don't have a vested interest? Are you more likely to root against something than for something?
Underdog.
Yeah,
Well, it's
Yeah,
more
a
fun to
1,000%,
root for
yeah.
underdog
underdogs.
always. Yeah.
Texas Tech underdog.
You know, if we had a real television show, this would be like the male version of The View with Oscar's latte cup that he has every day, his clear latte cup. I have to say it's not productive. It's not a positive aspect of my personality that, you can call it underdog. I call it finding ways to not like the
Mike,
the-
I have the
other
old
team.
Queen equivalent. I still hate Watch This Is Us, and I don't miss it. And I bitch and
let's
moan
not
the
turn
whole
it
time.
into your television show because we're still talking sports. I have to ask you.
But I'm saying
how
that
did
I
you
can
feel-
relate. I can relate.
How did you feel? Who did you root for? Because I know you're like me a little bit later. Did you root for Texas Tech?
No, I rooted for UVA because I knew
Okay.
a lot of people
You
who
have
go there,
friends.
and I have friends and cousins that have been there. But you know what? I can see a little bit of your disdain for it as well.
Well, right now I'm pissing off. I guarantee you, a large swath of our listening audience.
Well,
You know,
sure.
I'm not sure our numbers in Lubbock would be, anywhere
Number
close to our
one,
numbers in
24 to
Virginia.
54 in Lubbock, Mike. It just came in.
It's
What about
really-
the context behind them getting booted out of the tournament UVA last year? The
a
first
wonderful story that, I believe our friend Mr. Nance probably reminded us of that terrible tragedy. UMBC. Was it UMBC that beat them? Oh, we'll do that on Thursday. Yes. And now, on to my private jets. For the brief flight from Minnesota to Augusta, Georgia. Rough skies, turbulence, and I'll touch down on the hallowed ground that is Augusta National.
But since you're not there yet, Jim, can't you
By
just...
the way, would you like to write that this year? Not that I'm farming it off on you, but I know you're
I know,
loaded
Mike,
with things.
I love to hear your take on it.
Okay.
Fame and fortune, Mike. Fame and fortune.
All right.
Nance.
Pony want to write it?
Nance.
One of the interns want to write it? No, I've written so many. It's
Maybe we
it's
could
great.
put it. Maybe we could task Johnny with it.
Oh, Johnny would love to do
No, jeez, God, no, I'll do it.
that. Johnny, his
right.
power rankings. He came to me yesterday and said, "I'd like to talk about this summer. Do you have time this Wednesday?" And I was
He's enjoying. He's all in.
Oh, yeah.
He's all in. I like that and that youthful enthusiasm. So getting back to the game,
running around in his free Madame Tussauds bathrobe yesterday.
you know that's what
So
you got a free bathrobe.
Yes,
gave
actually,
him
it's
so much stuff.
courtesy of Booking.com.
Slippers.
Really?
And everything.
Oh yeah.
Well, that's wonderful. What about Rofo?
Rofo, he actually had to put on 2 of them.
Okay, very good.
I had
very
dinner
good.
with Rob yesterday, and he
Rob
was
Ford?
singing the praises of the Madame Tussauds experience.
Yeah, it was great.
Oh,
He's
wonderful!
like,
It
"You
sounds
should
like they
know
had
that."
a great time.
He goes, "Did you see the wax fist that we all got done?" And he's showing me his.
By
and
the way,
I'm-
the wax fist, that is a category.
and I said, Rob's was cartoonishly large. He goes, "Yeah, those are some big mitts on Rob."
Yeah, he could have been a defensive lineman.
That's right.
I've always said that. But back to the game. So
Or
the
a
game
singer.
was wonderful. It was exciting. It was everything college basketball should be. They must be thrilled at Sleepy Hills with the incredible evening. But I will tell you 2 things that annoyed me. Number one, back in the day, ESPN had some very, very, very funny promos that involved mascots of sports franchises. And to the people at what's the luxury car brand? Is it Infinity?
Infinity. Xfinity is the luxury cable TV.
brand
Excuse me,
from
ad agencies, like
Mazda.
high-dollar ad agencies, you're still using mascots?
Sure.
I mean, that joke died 20 years ago. That joke is not funny anymore. Mascots it doesn't work for me anymore. Are they funny to look at mascots running around? But ESPN did that decades ago, and they're still troweling out that mascot humor in
We've gotten
commercials. Stop
desensitized.
it.
Unless they're having sex, Mike. It's not in.
Yes,
I don't
if
like
they're
it
having
either.
sex, or if you have some new Farrelly Brothers innovation where you can have the mascots doing something stupid, but
They're counting on people, Mike. They're counting on people forgetting, but you have a memory like a steel trap.
Well, I also look at advertising because my father was in the ad game.
Sure.
I like the advertising game. I do commercials on this show every single day. Try to make them interesting. Really like to do it. I really love advertising. I love it. I've always loved it. When I see like the cherry account, like Infinity, or you see the cherry account like Geico, I think Geico sets the standards for all of it by having a lizard for 50 years because those guys poop gold bricks and they just sit there and go, yeah, we'll have the lizard put
What's their competition? All they got to do, Mike, all they got to do is be better than Flo.
Yeah,
it's a low
the
bar.
giant
That
insurance.
guy
They're
with,
absolutely lazy.
The seductress wife, and then he starts singing, and then progressive commercials and flows like.
yeah.
Oh, look, he goes. Oh, this is my house, and then he starts belting out some bolero music.
Yeah.
I laugh every time I see that because the wife says, "Oh, look, she's like a little kid," to Flo and
See,
her friends.
that's Progressive. I'm going to give Progressive a little more credit than Geico because Progressive is it Progressive where
It
the
is
guy
Progressive,
sings?
yes.
Yeah.
And that made me laugh, too, because
Yeah.
it's a little bit more
What about-
creative.
what about
There's a little
Farmers?
more- and Progressive, isn't that the one his mother comes down from the sky? and he goes, Mommy, and he grabs her leg? Isn't
Yeah.
that Progressive?
Let me double check
that
that.
guy,
I'm not
that
sure.
funny guy? I think it is. I think that's the
And
guy. That's
pretty
the
sure it
guy.
is.
What about Farmers? Bum, ba-dum, bum, bum, bum.
I'm over
But
those.
as dull as it gets, as dull as it possibly is. But getting back to what it was, I was just sitting there going, mascots, tired. And also one little observation about the commercials during the national championship. That CBS lineup couldn't look any stronger.
They're really pushing that.
It could not
It's like they
look
had a
any
bunch of
stronger.
avails.
Yeah.
I'm ready to sit down and log the code.
Yeah.
I'll be watching every of those male models and ladies on the code.
Well, Mike, I know
What a
you're
special lineup.
always calling me and saying, Rob,
Let's see.
I
what are
love
the CBS dramas this year?
hour-long procedurals, and I live at CBS. I say,
my
Mike, don't you
God.
find them very standardized and formulaic?
Right.
And you scream the word no. You love them.
One last thought on the game, and
Yes.
this is regarding the rigid runners or Texas Tech or whatever
Yes.
they were called.
The rock and roll rebels, they're called.
The rock and roll. They're not rebels. They're not rebels at all.
Ridge runners.
They wouldn't-
Red Raiders.
They're Red Raiders.
Red Raiders.
The Red Raiders of Texas Tech. A couple of guys, maybe one guy, might have been only one guy. Cut those fingernails. You're gonna carve up. You're gonna carve up the opposition like an osprey if you're out there with those fingernails. It's real. I think it was the super tall guy that had his fingernails were like an inch long. He had
that's
claws.
not okay. I
he had
hate that.
talons.
I
He
hate
didn't have
that.
hands. He had talons. It's like Trim your nails. Forget. Listen, if you want to win a national championship, you tap your guy on the shoulder and go, "Hey, buddy, come on. Got to trim those fingernails."
Yeah, the worst
I don't
part
know
is-
which one it was. It was at the end of the game when they were all
I did not
crying.
notice that.
It was
didn't
at the
either.
end of the game
Was
when
it
they were
where
all
his
crying.
hands
I went
over
to
his face?
my hands might have been like down on his face, or he's being hugged,
Oh,
or
I
something.
did not
And I looked
notice.
at these fingers. I said, "Jesus, will you look at those talons?
Yeah.
That's ridiculous. Cut those in half." All men.
It
All
was
right, let me see.
horrible in the second
All right, you
period.
see
He
that?
popped. He
See-
popped
Can
the
you see
bat.
that? Can you get a good shot
Oh,
of that?
beautiful.
Oh, I got a little David Letterman cue.
Yeah, that's all right.
Hold on. There we go. Can you see that?
Yeah, perfectly manicured.
That's a perfectly trimmed fingernail. Right?
Yeah.
Ooh, yeah,
You
that
see
is nice.
Look at those.
Meticulous.
Look at those. That's the way all
Hand
men's
model.
fingernails ought to.
You could
Yeah,
be a
bottle up.
hand model.
You could
You
be.
know, yeah, I could be a hand model. That's what Carlos said.
It's
I
hard
could
to
be a
find
hand
good
model.
nails.
Yeah, it would be. We'd have to get
I've always
another
had
guy to
good
do
nails.
a
Always
guy
had
with the
good nails.
face, and then Mike could be just off camera with his hand on his face, and it would look like he's, so pretty. Best of both worlds.
It would be wonderful. So that's it. Congratulations to the Who's.
And cut your nails.
And really and
For
to all
everybody.
those,
Everybody.
and all the people that went to the big dance. And to why did I turn into Wayne Newton right there?
I want to say, for all 68 teams, that participate in the tournament, I just think, I think it's so fantastic.
Wayne, is it an honor just to be nominated to be in the
It's an
tournament?
honor just to participate and to make it. And to the teams that made it to the big dance, I think it's just fantastic. I'm in a space.
I watched an old. This is how bad I am.
Oh,
I watched an
no.
old interview with Wayne Newton from like 20, 30 years ago.
And he said, my demons are gone, and I've never felt happier.
I know you want so bad. I know the exact era you're talking about, Wayne, because he did like a round where he was talking about how things were great.
I spotted her at ringside, and she became my wife.
Talking about his new
Yes,
wife.
of course.
And it was pre, and that, and then it was just a legacy
I
of
picked her
a
out
lot
from
of
the crowd.
plastic surgery, probably.
that was also the round, Mike, where he said,
I recently lost 40 pounds eating only Caesar salads. A diet completely consisting of Caesar salads. And may I just say, congratulations to the Wahoos.
It's the Mike O'Mara Show. You can listen to the Mike O'Mara Show at www.mikeomarashow.com.
Stay tuned for an outstanding entertainment program.
It's the Mike O'Mara Show.
Let's get down to business.
From the entertainment capital of the world.
Come on, I want to show you the grounds. Beautiful, huh? Mm-hmm. Place used to be a golf course. Never cared for the game myself. And I love grass. And it costs a fortune to keep like this, with the mowing and the trimming. These are my in-laws. Hello? They can't hear nothing. Enough socializing. Jimmy, I'm thinking of giving you another managing job. You kind of let me down on that San Antonio job.
I freely admit, sir, I had no right to sell off the team's equipment like that. That won't happen again.
Let me be blunt. Are you still a fall-down drunk?
No, sir, I've quit drinking.
You've seen the error of your ways.
No, I just can't afford it.
Your drinking is funny. You're a young man, Jimmy. You still could be playing. If you just would have laid off the booze.
It's not exactly like that. I hurt my knee.
You fell out of a hotel, that's how you hurt it.
Well, there was a fire.
Which you started, which I had to pay for.
Well, no, I was gonna send you a thank you card, Mr. Harvey, but I wasn't allowed anything sharp to write with.
Look, Jimmy, I want you to manage one of the new girls' baseball teams. You step out of the dugout before every game. You wave your little hat in the air, you give the people a thrill.
Why don't we just get an organ grinder? I can hop around and do a little dance.
If your knees are up to it, go ahead.
It's the Mike O'Mara Show. Mike O'Mara, Rob Spiewak, Oscar Santana. And now, from his easy chair, here's Mike.
That is the late Gary Marshall.
I like
All
the
right.
grass. I don't like golf.
Man, oh man! What every movie he was ever in, he made
So
a
great.
statement, didn't he? Just
So
his general
great.
personality. Live from the Podcast Village studios in our nation's capital, Washington D.C. This is the Mike O'Mara Show from Perth, Australia, to Maricopa County, Arizona, from Pine City, Minnesota, to Cedar Key, Florida, from Felton, Delaware, to Cochranton, Pennsylvania. The Mike O'Mara Show is on now. Keep sending us your cities from anywhere in the world. We'll you send it to us. We're going to put it on there eventually. We'll get it there. If we forget it, send it to us again. Got a lot going on. We got yaks. We got cities.
We got yaks and sacks.
Stacks and stacks of yaks.
Commercials. Oh, we do have a commercial.
We do.
One of our favorite sponsors ever, Harry's. I don't know much, but I do know this. I know that Harry's gives me the best shave of my life all year round. In my shower, at this moment, I have a Harry's razor with a Harry's shower mount on the wall of my shower. Mm-hmm. I have Harry's face wash. I have a tube of Harry's shave cream. Why? I don't know that, because next to it is my Harry's shave gel, which I use every single day.
That's what I love.
Then, did I mention the face wash that I have? I have the Harry's peppermint face wash that stimulates my follicles like nobody's ever stimulated my follicles. Next to that, this is all on my side of the shower. I have the Harry's body wash in 2 separate scents. I cannot tell you what the scents are. I know the one with the orange cap is the one my wife loves. And if we're going out on the town, I splash that all over my body. I have a Harry's house.
Yes.
Because I think I have never had a Harry's product that I wasn't in love with. They were tired of people spending too much on razors, so Harry started a company to get you a great shave without the great cost, without the gimmicks. And they fix shaving at Harry's. If you don't love your shave, let them know. Harry's will give you a full refund, 100% guaranteed. Get a $13 value trial set that comes with everything you need for a close, comfortable shave. That is the weighted ergonomic handle. Have it. 5-blade razor with a lubricating strip and trimmer blade. Have it. Rich lathering shave gel. Have 3 of them.
Yeah.
1 in the shower, 2 in the drawer, waiting to go in when I run out of the other one. And the travel blade cover. Have it, don't know where I put it. Have to be completely honest when I'm doing an endorsement. Yeah. I don't know where it is.
It's probably in your travel kit. It's probably in your travel kit.
I don't have a travel kit. I have to get it. You know what? I think Harry sells that.
Someone has a birthday coming up.
Yeah, but no, we're not getting birthday gifts.
We are, because this is a milestone birthday.
Yeah.
Oh, God. All right. Fine. Our listeners can redeem their trial set at harrys.com/TMOS. Make sure you go to harrys.com/TMOS to redeem your offer and let them know we sent you. Make sure to help support TMOS.
Made
please,
of the finest leather, Mike.
So did we cover the Cavaliers? You guys looked in on the game. You watched the game. It was
I had a nice moment with Shannon where I said, "There's 1 minute left in the game," because it's a commercial break. Mm-hmm. And I don't yell that to engage her. I yell that to warn her, please don't ruin this for me. And
you got to stay with basketball, too, because you never know when it's
quick, right? You can't even look at your phone. Like, you will miss a play, it'll be over.
Exactly. Mm-hmm.
So she walks and sits down right in front of me, in front of the TV, and I said, "Hey, like, this game's about to come back.
What's up, buddy?
I don't want to pause it. You just, like, please." She goes, "I thought you invited me to watch this." And I said, "You can, but this is just me to you. This is a preemptive strike to say, just like you walk out right at the climax of something great's going to happen in a movie, and then you come back and ask me to rewind it, or you'll pause it and walk right out in the middle of like the most pivotal point in a film."
This is going to be a little misogynistic, but then again, it's the Mike O'Mara show, so go ahead.
I just said
back in the day. My mom, God rest her soul. And my father, God rest his soul. They'd be in there. We had a little den. We had a tiny little den. Our den was half the size of the studio you're in right now. That was our little den. It's where we consumed. It's where we put our very first 13-inch Toyota. Not Toyota. It was a Toshiba television.
It was the smallest car on the street, Mike.
We put our Datsun television up on and we'd be watching the Red Sox. And it would either be my dad by himself, it'd be my dad and me, or it'd be my dad, my brother-in-law Paul, and me. Mm-hmm. And we had a running joke where my mom would come in, out of the goodness of her heart, bringing something in, something like nice in.
Super sweet.
Just saying, because we would always be when the family gatherings.
Sure.
And she would center herself completely, directly, with a 3-2 pitch in the bottom of the 9th inning. She would set herself in front of the television.
Like radar. Like she knew
it was incredible. It's just not going to ever happen. It's not. They don't value what we do. They're not visual like we are. They don't value watching the screen, which we could sit for 9 hours and watch the same movie 8 times in a row. It doesn't matter.
This means so much to you, and here's why I know is because you're referring to your mother as they.
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 It was.
I know.
It's way, and we had a running joke. We all did it. Paul still does it. Paul still does the gag in front of his giant television. He had the first big screener that I ever saw, and the Masters when I went up and saw them in April. But Paul still comes out with an imaginary tray in his hands. Is there something I can get for you while we're watching a sporting event? So, Oscar, I am telling you, I understand. But Shannon, it sounds like, wanted to share the
She thought I was asking for sharing time. I was just giving her a preemptive, hey, don't come in and start talking about work or change the subject.
stay away.
I just want this minute. It may be 5 tops because a minute in basketball, especially with fouls,
Takes a while,
will take a while, right?
That gets a little silly with like 8 seconds. We'll be back. Come on.
I say, so she sits down. I'm like, all right, let's share. I start breaking everything down. I say, Texas Tech hasn't, like, the idea that they would even come and tie and take the lead at any moment in this game, especially within the last 5 minutes, and now with a minute left with so much at stake. And then you had the ball that went out of bounds that they had to review, etc. So we're going back and forth.
I'm not sure I like that.
But I'm sitting, a lot of people don't. A lot of people don't.
A lot of people were displeased with the call.
So we're sitting there, and she's like, okay, thank you. She goes, I'd like to share this with you. She verbalizes, not that she has to, but that she appreciated me taking the time to break everything down of what was at stake.
Insider, you're going,
well,
and after they had this lovely conversation, they looked up and what was on but Eyewitness News. The game was over.
No. This is a quick go-to.
Oh, good.
She sits, she moves to the end of the bed, and we're watching, and then another pause in the action. She looks at me, she goes, and I'm thinking she's going to ask, like, tell me more about Texas Tech, or what are the odds? Like, what's the ranking? Anything has anything to do with the game, because it was a tense situation.
Sure.
Who knows?
great game.
And as soon as the game comes back on, she stands up. She goes, I think Santos needs to go outside. And goes,
no engagement. Perfect. Now, you could be like me, where even before the game began, my wife had turned her light out, and I turned my light out. But we are in the marital bed because I felt like lying down. My back was sore.
Sure.
And I felt like lying down and watching. I can either watch it out in the living room or I can watch it in the marital bed. I'm watching in the marital bed. I have these. in the marital bed.
Oh, your Bob Hope headphones.
I have the ones Oscar recommended them. I got them. They're fantastic, and they're the Sony wireless headphones, which I probably should have out in the other room too, because the TV is too loud out there for everyone. So
could you use those and have like a normal level for the crowd, and yours could be boosted, or when you use them?
You get two different.
I can do both.
Okay, that's great.
But in this particular circumstance, the volume is turned down completely. Carla says goodnight, and I turn the game on, and Carla can either go out, or she can have what she had last night, which was her Restless. And I know, and I'm watching it, and I'm watching, Jim Nantz going, oh, no, the lead is cut to 5. And I see Carla next to me going, Russell, twist, turn, Russell. And then she gets up. And through my headphones, I'm listening to Jim Nantz, but what I hear is like, are you going to watch that game? How long is it going to go? And I'm like, it's the national championship, girl. And I don't even bother to take off my headphones.
So you're probably talking too loud, because when you talk,
it's the national championship.
There's about a minute left.
This is it.
And then she goes to the potty. Then she comes back, and the game. We're not even in the third quarter. The second half, I should say. They're quarters and not quarters. Sorry, I'm not a basketball guy. So I'm watching the second half, and then twist, turn, twist, turn, and then I hear,
I'm gonna go sleep on a couch.
I think what I'm getting is she's going to sleep on the couch. Or I might have lifted it up and I go, I'm going to sleep on the couch. I said, okay. I'm engaged. I'm where I am. I'm where I'm watching the game. I've already taken my headphones, gotten them put on my head. And then I think I heard,
invested.
And I think it might have been a bad word that she said when and the door shuts and she slept on the couch.
Mike, she
sleeps occasionally.
She was either cussing at you or saying she was going to go make fish. We don't know what exactly she said.
Hey, Carla, come here for a second.
I don't think it's selfish to want to watch a game like that.
No, it's historical.
And then especially,
it was. I could have watched it outside. I didn't make the call until late. That I was. Sweetums, come here for a second.
Show title, Sweetums.
When you walked out to the couch last night, come in and say hi to everybody.
Hi, guys.
Hi, Carla.
Hi, I'm glad you survived, Rob.
Thank you. It was dicey for a while.
Hi, Carla.
When you left the marital bed last night because you were twisting and turning, who's that?
Haley's on the phone.
Oh, hi, Haley. All right. So anyway, when you did that, did you say the F word to me when you went out to the couch?
No.
'Cause I thought you said, I'm going out to F or something like
I
that.
might have. I was sleeping. I don't recall.
Oh, there it
yeah.
I can't say that I didn't, but I don't think that I did.
No, that's not karma.
Because you know why?
Why?
Because I love you.
Oh, thank you. Okay.
Well, that word can be said with love.
That woman is lying. All right. Liar, liar.
There she goes. Isn't she wild?
Yeah, there you go. Fantastic. Hey, everybody.
The couch is
She was just
comfortable.
taping a special across the hallway. But, yeah, I mean, it's basketball. And now, later in the week, will be my sport. And let's take a break here.
The
Because I
par
want to
3
come
thing
back.
starts today, right? Doesn't it?
Wednesday, I believe.
Okay, I thought
And
it
the
was.
ladies already played.
And, well, they had the amateur, the new tournament. But
I
let
think
me tell
it's
you
nice
this.
they're letting them play.
I have a personal story of golf that I think you're going to love. It's going to be really. Yesterday we played what is called the Interclub, and we play another place down here in Florida, another old man place, and then we all, eat chicken and fart, and it's a lot of fun. Down. But I will tell you about he will go nameless, but a gentleman who impressed the hell out of me yesterday that I played. They team up. You play with a person that's a member here, and you take on another place, another golf club.
Okay.
And then you'd have teams. And I played yesterday with this guy, and we won. We won our match handily, I should say. And then I'll just tell you about what a wonderful, beautiful, delightful
Sounds
experience.
fantastic.
It was exciting. It was fun. I'll continue to bore everybody with sports when we come back on the Mike O'Mara Show.
On this season of The Real Interns of Podcast Village.
Hi, I'm Allison. And it was either this internship or street performing and hoping people will throw change in my guitar case. The decision was harder than you think.
I'm Johnny, and I work here because I can afford to work for free.
I'm Ethan, but everyone calls me Adobe Creative Suites because this place couldn't run without me.
And I'm Dahlia, and I'm the bitch turn.
This season, the interns will learn the ropes of production and the chaos that comes with. Stay up to date with the interns at MikeO'MaraShow.com and buy the bonus package.
We ought to, I'm thinking we ought to have a weekly intern report, from whoever's on campus.
I love the idea. Spy report.
We have to do
Spy
that.
report.
Spy report. We have to do that after Dahlia, though, because next Monday, note to self, Dahlia, that's her regular day. She doesn't come in on any other day, right?
No, that will be her. We will slot
she's the
it in.
bitch turn.
Slot
She
it
comes in on the day she wants to come in. That's it. We can't summon her, right?
Mike,
you can't say come in on a
it's so
Thursday
true.
when Mike needs a little content.
It's Dahlia's
So true.
world. We just live in it.
The most flexible and reliable would be Ethan, because
Yes,
Ethan comes
okay.
in every day. He has a semester out abroad outside of his
There
schoolwork
you
where
go.
he's getting credit.
Did
for
he
this.
sleep here last night?
No, I think Ethan stayed up all night editing. Because he was passed out in the lobby when I walked in, and I said, "No one needs to see that.
Yeah,
Go somewhere private."
I was about to draw a chalk
You
outline.
must think I'm a dick, but really. When you walk into a place of business, you got to break balls.
Yeah.
And the first person you see, you're like, oh, come on. You got to get up.
When your director of
Sleeping, I
first
like that.
impression is snoring and has a little bit of drool on the side of his mouth, not
cool,
great.
though.
Yeah.
Pretty cool sleeping at the office.
He worked extremely hard yesterday. And
God,
I'm sure
how
all
old is
evening.
he? And he
He's
slept
19.
at the. He's 19, and he slept at
He's gonna
at his place of business.
He's gonna exceed, I think, every expectation we have of him here, which are high.
Wow.
Yeah, true.
It's incredible. Welcome back to the Mike O'Mara Show, brought to you by FabFitFun. Hear ye, hear ye, hear ye.
Oh yes, oh yes, oh yes.
The 2019 FabFitFun Spring Box is on sale now. Treat yourself with items like Champagne Body Scrub. Ooh. Oh, I know Carla's going to get so excited when she gets this. A beautiful kimono-styled robe and stylish sunglasses. FabFitFun is a seasonal subscription box. Everything you get is full size, no samples of anything, an incredible value. FabFitFun is fun. It's a better way to shop. And with Mother's Day coming up, it makes a perfect gift. It's like Christmas morning when this arrives. FabFitFun is basically 12 gifts for the price of one. Get your mom all kinds of goodies valued at over $200. Carla has gotten these boxes. She's opened them. This is true. This is not just lip service here. It is valued at over $200, and it's only $49.99. Don't forget, FabFitFun also makes a great gift for yourself. Carla flips out when they come. FabFitFun boxes are a blast. Even I get into it because I'm looking at all the cool stuff she's got there. Sign up for FabFitFun today. These boxes always sell out. Use the code TMOS to get $10 off your first box. Go to fabfitfun.com to sign up and start getting the box for a life well lived. Use promo code TMOS to get $10 off your first box. That's over $200 for only $39.99. You cannot beat this. I tell you, it is a value. Go to fabfitfun.com, use the code TMOS, and get $10 off your first FabFitFun box. All right. What the hell was I going to talk about?
You talk about the you played an away game, the tournament, inter-tournament thing?
So it was at our home course.
Oh, so you play? Does it switch off like year to year?
Yeah, you just go to different places all season.
I have
every team in it gets to play at their.
I have a Rube Club question, golf club question.
Yes, go ahead.
So I know in the D.C. area you've got Congressional, you've got Chevy Chase,
Goose Creek,
ka-ching,
right, and then you have RTJ,
ka-ching.
Yeah, and then you have what's the one on Columbia? Is it Columbia Country Club on?
Probably, yes.
Right next to Chevy
They're all
Chase,
pretty
right?
expensive around the D.C. area.
So, but I what I don't know is if there are different demographics at different clubs. But
you're talking about socioeconomic.
Yes.
Right? You're talking about.
Is there like a cooler club that's like dad club?
Yeah,
and then
this
really
is the
club?
I play the retiree clubs.
Okay.
The people that are on fixed income clubs.
Gotcha.
But there are some guys that are doing better than others. But it's kind of it's not a look. We're down here. We're doing this.
Is that a dumb question though?
No,
you don't know
because there's a place down here. So Peter Jacobson, a man that's doing. I'm watching him do the drive, chip, and putt play-by-play.
Right.
And he mentions Naples, and he says Old Collier. That's my club down there. And I'm like,
thought it was a breed of dog.
And I remembered I read an article about it, and it is the truly rarefied air. I just saw a hand come in with the latest
well, you know
latte.
What? Peach needed to bring him a latte.
It was Peach.
She was apologizing for the game last night.
Yeah.
So I'm sitting there and
thanks, buddy.
Oscar, I would say down here there's a lot more variety because there's so many more people that are playing the game because I live in Florida.
And a bigger industry because it's year-round.
It's a much bigger industry. But there are I like to call them the rarefied air places.
Okay.
Which I don't. There are people I've played with that have been invited to those places because they have a friend of a friend of a friend.
Sure.
And then there are people that haven't, like your boy here. And I'd love to go back out there. But we would be middle of the pack.
Okay.
We would be the middle of the pack.
Talking rarefied country clubs, and I'm curious, I've never asked you this. Have you ever played Congressional up here?
Yes, I think so. One time. I think I did one time.
What was your take on it?
Well, it's fabulous
because it's very exclusive.
I remembered that I got lots of invites when I was in the D.C. area, but I wouldn't. Frankie, shut up! Hey, the FabFitFun box came right after we did the commercial.
Put it on the air check.
Air check it. Bring it in. I do not fake that. I do not fake my
what
commercial.
What are the odds?
I almost moved it to slot 4.
By the way, do an edit. Get this. Bring the FabFitFun box in. I want to show our listeners. It just came to the door. Look. Look at that. Look. Hey! Look at that.
Hey. Boom, bam. Boom, bam.
I'll be opening it.
Okay, go open it.
Bye.
Hi, Haley. On the phone with
She's
Haley
so
still.
excited.
She's going to open it, Mike, and again, she will scream the F word.
Wow, that's fantastic. So,
middle of the pack.
It's middle of the pack. It's middle of the pack. It's fun. It's what I do. It's what I do when I'm not with my family or working. I love it. So I'm out there yesterday, and I'm playing with a guy, and I'm not even thinking. I've known him for a long time. He's been here for a long time. And I know he's really good, and he's better than me. And we start playing, and he's a chill, respectful, kind, warm, interesting, nice person.
Have you ever played with him before?
Never.
No, just you're 2 ships in the night.
Maybe way back, maybe 20 years ago. But I mean, I'm playing. But I like him because he's somebody. You get people down here that always address you by your name, and I wish I was better at it. When I know somebody's name, I never hesitate to do it.
I love that.
There are guys that do it and guys that don't. He's done it for me more than any other member down here for as long as I can remember.
Mike.
He's always been a cool guy.
Yeah.
Really super wonderful human being, and it was just I was really looking forward and a little nervous because I'd also heard through the grapevine that he's really, really good.
Okay.
And so, and nothing changed my mind. He carried the day, and he was fantastic. And we ended up winning by a lot, and we actually did really, really well.
So you had a good day, too.
Yeah, and I had a good day, too. And suddenly, we're just towards the end, and we're chatting more because the match is in hand, and we're more relaxed now. And so I said to, somehow the subject of age came up. And by the way, this guy was longer than me off the tee. He was more accurate than I was. He was hitting better shots. He was making more putts, including like a 30-foot putt that he made. He was laser focused. And I never processed it until the very end because you just don't look at the guy one-on-one that much. And suddenly he tells us something about at my age. I said, well, we're driving one of the last holes. I said, well, I just out of curiosity, how old are you? And he said, I'm 82.
Oh, man.
82? 82!
Wow.
82!
Wow.
And he was amazing. I mean, it's like he's 82. 82!
So vibrant and living life.
Yeah. Oh, but no, just, and you get them down here, these guys that are, and I just said to myself, I pictured myself at 82, I'll probably go, Put the salt and pepper shakers back in the cabinet.
Mike, if you're talking at 82, you're going to be looking for a string to ring the bell to bring the box back up.
But
I'll be
it doesn't
Mr.
have
Potter.
to be that way, does it?
I know it doesn't have to be there, and you never. It's never too late to start.
You like to golf, don't you, George?
Yes, George Bailey. Wheel me up. Wheel me up. Yes, sir. Steal Uncle Billy's money. Steal Uncle Billy's money. Wheel me up. Yes.
My father.
I was blown away by this guy.
That's
just
astounding.
Not just the way he played the game. His demeanor, his relaxed. He was one of the guys. I mean, I know I'm not young anymore, but it was pretty.
But you're not
spectacular.
82.
First time I ever played with somebody over the age of 80, I was in my 30s or late 20s, and I've always marveled at guys that do this. It's a great sport.
That's
You
great.
want your kids. You want to take up something, and you're thinking about something to do as a hobby. There's my endorsement for the game.
Keeps you
Thank you
out
very much.
there. Keeps you engaged.
Yes, absolutely engaged. Eating
Oh no,
cake.
I'll tell you, my father.
A few bites.
For the first time on the phone yesterday, he's I think almost 80 if I'm not mistaken. He's 79 at best. I felt like he was getting a little older, and I said,
"Yeah,
hey pops, are you going out?" Because he comes back into town. Or maybe his other family's just like not engaging with him as much as we do when we're here.
Sure.
So I didn't mention that on the call. I just mentioned, look, I miss you. Are you going out for your little cafe or cafecitos? Are you going to meet up with your friends still?
Cafecito means little cafe.
Yes.
little teeny.
And he said, not much lately. I said, you should go out there. Because if you're just hanging out at the house and watching TV and not doing anything during the day or engaging with the general public, like I could hear him getting older.
That's bad business. Bad for business.
You know what I
You
mean?
have to have something. You have to have something to do.
Stimulate your mind.
Yeah, they're having a celebration for a man that they are flying up to D.C. and they're going to he's 96 or 97 years old. Wow. And they are flying him to the World War II Memorial and then flying him back on the same day. And then we're all meeting him at the airport. And this guy still goes to the driving range after he plays to hit golf balls. So it's fun. Age is state of mind. That's what I wanted to say. He's 97 years old.
And I remember he used to do news for us. Nice guy.
All right, we have to. Okay, thank you, Rob. Good. Very good. No, that's right. It's an escape valve. It's just we were getting too age-centric. I don't know. I don't mind talking about my age. Doesn't bother me enough.
But you're gonna have to help him find his flight, Mike.
I'm not Opie and Anthony. Find his flight.
What gate are we at?
Wow. We'll take a break. Come back with the not the mailbag. We're coming back with the mailbag.
Could be the mailbag.
Who
are you
I'm talking
arguing
about
with?
old people, and now I'm having a senior moment. Just play the goddamn thing. Thank you.
Comedy. It's a universal language, and with the TMOS app, you can share the hilarity throughout this big blue marble we call planet Earth. Brush up on your language skills today, such as Swedish,
Mama puts the pies out to cool.
German,
Sign the papers, old man.
Russian,
I will splash the pot whenever the F I please.
even from the heartland of America.
I don't know when she's coming yet. I think they come back Thursday.
Share your love of laughter and the More Network no matter where you may roam. All your favorite shows in one place. Plus, you can now connect to the TMOS Yak Shack right from the app. The TMOS app, recommended by 4 to 5 Sherpas to be the funniest app in
the world.
Thank you very much, Jim Amato. We appreciate that, and I know he didn't want me to say his name. Hey, Joe. You're a good man. You inspired me. Welcome back to the Mike O'Mara Show, brought to you by Cornerstone. Here's some powerful news from Cornerstone First Financial. The economy is softening, and because of that, interest rates are down, down, down. Down, 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 down. They're the lowest they've been in a full year. And chances are, I think I pulled a muscle in my back doing that. Chances are there will be no interest rate hikes this year. Thanks to, I swear to God.
Oh, no.
Down.
You have to admit, it's one of his more, it really, that voice challenges his core.
The range.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's my core, my diaphragm. Give him. Thanks to inflationary pressure not materializing.
All the muscles in your diaphragm.
Diaphragm muscles. DMs.
Rates are back around 4%, and with the spring home market in full swing, it's time to act. Whether you are buying, refinancing, or consolidating debt, Cornerstone guarantees you the lowest rate. I repeat, Cornerstone guarantees you the lowest rate. Work with the friends of TMOS and save some dough. Now licensed in California, along with Maryland, Virginia, D.C., Georgia, Florida, and Colorado. Click their banner on our website. Visit cornerstonefirst.com or call them 866-625-1221. They're the best people to deal with, and our listeners all have spoken highly about dealing with Cornerstone First Financial. They give you personal attention from application to closing, and we love them. And now let's open up the mailbag, everybody. Got lots to do, and of course, because we're doing that, ladies and gentlemen, we will probably be giving you the Dumbo movie review tomorrow.
Oh, excellent.
If you can hang on.
I do want to see this.
So don't go yet.
Like, I wish I had kids to take to go see it. I can't go alone.
You can find a kid.
Yeah,
sure
but
I'd recommend it.
That guy.
Yeah, just briefly, I'm not sure I'd recommend it as just to go by yourself, but there were a couple of people that were adults in the theater that apparently
wearing
liked
trench
it from
coats.
their childhood.
Yeah,
it's interesting. Dear Mike, Rob, and Oscar, Pony, and the Interntopia.
I love that phrase.
Gotta get some light on this.
Interntopia.
We are living.
For a couple of
in
years
Interntopia.
now, I have tried to get my wife April.
All right, the parrot. We used to do that parrot voice.
I've tried to get my wife April to send in birthday wishes for me to the mailbag. She is a secondhand listener, hearing the show in the morning while I'm getting ready for work or when I work from home. She always laughs whenever she hears Oscar's laugh, so my tact this year is to send in birthday wishes for her so that I may get some in return. Could you please extend warm TMOS birthday wishes to April Knaus? April Canayus.
That's it.
Knaus.
Kinesiology.
Happy birthday, April. She completes the third year of her flatulent 40s. She turns 43 tomorrow. Well, that's not very nice.
Well,
Bill.
you don't
Bill
know
Knaus.
you don't know how their relationship works.
Don't stick.
That's just shtick.
Thanks. I'll hang up and listen. Fredericksburg. I'll be in your town middle of May.
Yeah.
Very excited. Hi, all. Could you please wish Maggie Shanley? Hey, it's Maggie Shanley.
Hey, when is she
Maggie
coming
Shanley
back?
get back?
No.
Maggie Shanley, happy 4th birthday. Oh, Maggie!
Mike, it's not a birthday, it's a birthday.
Birthday.
Because it's Maggie Shanley.
Maggie Shanley. Maggie Shanley. Maggie. Hi, Maggie. Her birthday was yesterday. She's a good girl, a big fan, and we'll get a big thrill out of hearing her name on the radio on our way to school. That's Joe Shanley saying that. Maggie Shanley's going to school. She's the best kid in the whole wide world.
Hey.
I love Maggie Shanley. I love you, Maggie. You're a wonderful girl. You're the best girl in the whole school. Maggie Shanley. Woo! I think I pulled another muscle. All right, Mike and gang.
Not the same muscle?
No. I have to thank you. I quit drinking soda, cold turkey, 2 weeks ago. The only thing that I am drinking now is liquid IV.
Oh, bingo.
So great.
There
Bingo.
it is. Can you see
Oh,
it?
you know how we were
night.
talking earlier about how Johnny is moving up the intern scale?
Yes.
Not great last week when he was looking at copy and he said, do we need new copy for Liquid 4?
Yeah, Johnny still has a lot to learn. He's got a lot to learn.
It's 2 steps
Wow.
forward, 1 step back.
So this guy's drinking liquid IV. I have been a soda drinker for almost all of my 44 years. and I just decided it was time to do something about it. I've tried in the past with the Mio squirts and various Snapple drinks, but nothing has helped me as much as Liquid IV. Thank you for that. Love you, long time Mike. That's very kind.
Have you ever suffered from the Mio squirts?
The Mio squirts? Well, there's one time in Cancun.
Yeah. That's the last time I pulled a muscle.
Mike, I wanted to thank you for the scoop on the movie The Meg. It really wasn't a scoop. It was a pan.
Yeah, it was
I
a
was
pan.
Looking for something to watch on Sunday, and I found it on demand. Yes, stupid, but I got hooked. If you hadn't have broken it down, I don't think I would have even bothered. Yeah, but I broke it down in a really bad way, didn't I?
Well, you know what? Sometimes you just want that sort of
You want to see
intellectual
the train wreck.
cotton candy, and it's it's a lot of blue.
And this is another great name. Thank you, Eleanor. Well, the name should probably be pronounced Bouzard, but I want to say thanks, Eleanor Buzzard.
Yeah, she was circling right before the show.
Next letter. Hey, jerks. When I first started playing TMOS around the house, my wife, Meg, hey, we had a letter about the Meg, and now we have a real Meg.
Yeah, but I bet this Meg is better.
My wife, Meg, would refer to it as my Annoying Men Laughing podcast. When I explained to her that was really just Oscar with the annoying laugh, and he was often not on the show because of business school or trips to Bermuda, she began to listen and fell in love with the program.
All the
Now
times
she
you go to Bermuda,
Yeah, I
often.
wish.
Yeah.
Now she listens every day and does great things like bring you guys bottles of Tito's vodka and leave late-night messages at the TMOS Yak Shack. Hey, we'll have that tomorrow.
Nice.
So for the first time, I can wish her a happy birthday in the mailbag and know that she'll actually hear it on the show. If Meg's favorite person in the whole world, Nameberry, could give her some birthday advice, that would be really great. Happy birthday, dearest darling Peaches. Jason Griffinhagenson.
Mailbag is Nameberry around?
Where's the door? I haven't used the door in a long time. Hey, Meg, I hope you have a good birthday today. You're such a smart lady with the new show and things like that. Way to go. Go, Wahoo's. Thank you. A note for Rob. Just for you. I would urge you to try a brand called Tillamook ice cream. I think it has the perfect milk fat content. This is a fat guy. I know it in
100%.
three words. The perfect milk fat content that produces a rich and creamy flavor. Tillamook is expanding to the East Coast slowly as it is Oregon-based. I know for sure that Harris Titter is carrying
Like
some
that's
flavors.
Teeter.
With old fat, not a good grocery store in my
Oh,
opinion.
I think they're great.
Really?
The Harris Teeter at Lansdowne is a fantastic outfit.
No, listen to you. All right. Anyway, I know for sure that
You know what
Harris
about Teeter that you would love?
What?
You don't have to take
I
your...
had one. I used to go to one in Manassas.
You don't have to take the groceries out of your cart. You just push your cart up, and they
there
actually
it is.
take it out.
There it is. Okay,
Oh, yeah,
John
yeah.
Pop.
You know what?
All right.
All
there
right. You
go.
know what I am? I'm a man who likes service.
Okay. I know for sure.
I know
that
you
Harris
hate
Teeter
that.
The
is
least
carrying-
effort possible is the
That's
biggest
it.
sweater.
That's what it is. That's what it is.
You
That's
pay
his
your
thing.
money. Let
I've been
them
there.
do
I've been
their
there.
job.
You're telling me like I've never been there. I've been there. We had one. Big whoop-de-dick.
Whoop-de-dick.
Didn't care for it.
What was your
Didn't
problem?
care for the grocery store.
What was your
Huh?
problem with it?
Prices.
Prices are competitive, and you know what? I
Well,
did an
maybe
actual
they've changed
survey.
since I was there, okay? I think Wegmans is far superior.
Oh,
Here, here.
Oh, you're so wrong.
Damn.
You know what? If you
Damn.
really, truly feel that way, and if you feel that being treated the way Wegmans treats you, you're emotionally broken as a person.
Thank you very much. I know for sure, let me get back to this
Yes,
sentence
please.
again. I know for sure that Harris Teeter is carrying some flavors with old-fashioned vanilla and vanilla bean being two of them. I really think you would enjoy it, Rob. Please let me know what you think, Rob. Dave Alzheimer's.
I will probably
Dave,
stop.
Dave Ashheimer.
Maybe I'll hit the teeter on the way home. You know, the big teats.
I didn't know you were a big Teeter fan.
I don't often go there because it's out of my
Seriously,
way.
if we were up there right now, I would. I am not doing this just to tweak you. I would legitimately put Wegmans up against Harris Teeter.
And you know what would happen?
You
Wegmans
can
would
go
fall
have
into
dinner.
a hole in the ground.
You can't have dinner in Harris Teeter.
Yeah, and you know what? You can't buy milk at a restaurant. You know why? Because focus on what you do, okay? You don't need a mushroom bar.
Calm down. You just what you like. You like the convenience of the checkout. You explain that.
That's and I like the better produce, and I like the fact that it's laid out like it was put up together by a thinking man.
Game changer here in the Mike O'Mara Show Podcast Village studio world. A Trader Joe's is opening a block away.
You know, Was that the one in Centerville? Is that the one they had in Centerville, Virginia?
Trader Joe's
Was that a
does not
Trader
have
Joe's?
that many options for groceries, but all of them are quality.
Yeah, very well tested
Okay.
stuff.
Are you a Trader Joe's fan, Oscar?
My wife is a Trader Joe's fan.
Okay.
But I haven't been in a grocery store, I think, in 3 years.
Would you like to know the one they're building across the street from me down here?
Yeah.
Yes.
Sprouts.
Sprouts is taking over the world.
Is it rather new age?
Yes.
What's
Carla
it like?
went down to Sprouts down in Naples, Florida, and she did not like it. She said she didn't like it.
What is the overall mood of it? Is it sort of a new age grocery store?
It's produce-y. That's why it's called Sprouts.
Well, you can keep your Sprouts then.
They've got 9 locations in the area.
Yes, Sprouts is the one they're popping up down here.
You know, I actually
and then I think we're going to get an Aldi too.
I keep a quarter. I keep a quarter in my car now in case I need to go to Aldi. Because the first time I went to Aldi, I didn't have a quarter. I couldn't get a cart.
Doesn't Aldi's logo look like a Russian supermarket?
They're German.
Oh, is that what it is?
Mm-hmm.
I'm like,
It's
that looks
off-putting.
foreign.
It's the most hateful grocery store.
Thank you.
Their
We have
motto,
another
Mike,
letter.
Aldi's motto is, "We hate bad grocery stores."
Aldi. Sprouts. Does anyone know about Sprouts?
No.
Because I mean, they're
It's a farmer's market, is what they call it. So
I would have loved a Wegmans to come down here, but I don't think they're down in
I
Florida.
wouldn't wish it on you on your worst
Going
day.
beyond
Do you still
organic.
hate it as much as you've always hated it?
Absolutely, they hate their customers, but they want to think that you liked
They
by
want
them.
you to think.
Mike, I'm sorry, I'm emotional because this means a lot to me.
Don't stroke out on me here. For
Oh
Christ's
God, I wish I could stroke out at Wegmans and sue them and burn them to the ground.
Wow.
There are 3
Besides-
people that have been in the parking lot since Thanksgiving. They still don't know how to get
Your
out.
thin aisles caused my stroke.
Your thin aisle.
Oh, did Pony, was that a tip in with the anti-Wegman sentiment?
No, I love
he
Wegmans,
loves
but
Wegmans.
my Wegmans is right next to an old people's home, so
Yep,
every
I know
day
the one
they
you're talking
ship
about.
them in, and like all the
ship 'em
fast
in.
trans roll up, and you get all these old people that get like lost in the aisles, and they get stuck and they won't turn their cart around, and it's just awful.
You're broken too. Why do you go to a place you hate?
Well, I love it.
You
I love
don't.
it. I just hate the old people.
Wait, now besides the easy checkout, give me a positive about Harris Teeter.
They have laid it out as a strategy to make you stay in there longer. They're not about your convenience.
It's always about the layout and the distance. Why don't you just get one of those rascal scooters when you go?
Why
in?
do you even?
So
can
you don't have to worry
Can you
about
get past the fact that you think I'm lazy and listen to what I'm saying? Don't
Okay,
you
but
want?
you're always
what
talking
about,
about layout and convenience.
Do you
I'm talking about
do
the
you
product
value your
products.
do you value your time?
No.
Well, then have fun at Wegmans.
It's kind of make a day of it. You do
Oh
that when
God,
you go to Costco.
yes, I love to make a day of it at the
You do,
grocery
you
store.
go
I
to Costco,
don't.
that's your entertainment.
No, you minimize your time. That's why I go on a Tuesday. I never go on a Saturday or a Sunday. I don't make a day of it. You go and you get your meat and you leave. But if you have to go to the back corner of the
Emergency
store,
hams.
shush, go back to the back corner of the store where the aisles are not even contiguous and connected, and there's 5 different sectors. Oh, did you want organic gluten-free crackers or gluten-free crackers, organic crackers or regular crackers? Go to sector B. But if you just want a quart of milk, you've got to walk from one corner to the other because they want you to get lost and spend time in there. And you know what? If you want to spend time in a grocery store, pitch a tent, have a blast. But if you want to get in and get out, they don't make it possible. Do you know why? Because they disrespect you as a consumer.
I'm trying to think what I hated
Well
about
said.
Harris Teeter. Thank you. That was a good speech.
Harris,
good speech.
Harris Teeter, I'll tell you what I hated about it.
Sensible layout.
Oh, you hate it too?
Yeah,
This is good.
so
Okay.
They have one in Olney, and my mom, she's a giant woman, and one day
She's not that big.
No, she's giant.
Oh, she shops at
She
Giant.
shops at
Giant.
Yes. She said, look, the Shoppers is closing down. I got to go to the Harris Teeter. The Giant's too crazy. So I went with her, and I remember feeling like I was underwhelmed at Harris Teeter, where
Yep.
I
So the way
wanted
I always felt.
more from what I
Because
thought
they
was...
create. Let me tell you, that jogged me. Here we go. This is it, Rob.
What?
Harris Teeter creates the illusion with their fancy brick exterior of being
Fancy,
Whole
fancy.
Foods-ish,
Yes, yes.
fancy schmancy, and then you get in,
Well, that's
and
on
it's
you.
just crapsy wapsy.
Yeah, so it's like a Walmart
What do you mean that's
inside.
on me? It's
Like,
what's that?
'cause
What,
you-
Pony?
'cause
It's
Wait, let
like
me
a
hear what Pony-
Walmart inside. It's terrible. The produce is
That's right.
subpar. Everything's
Yes,
gross. And
then
you
it
know
must-
what?
it must
The
vary
produce
from
sucks.
it must
But
vary
you know
from
what?
store to
But
store.
we have got somebody. It doesn't matter. The produce doesn't matter to our boy here. He's not buying lettuce.
It must matter from store to store because their produce, the ones I've been to, have been excellent. They've been clean. The store layout is fine. And you can't, just because they're in a strip
it's
mall
not-
with a brick layout, you can't
it's
blame
not
that on them.
fancy.
Why do you need fancy?
I love fancy. I'm
Of
a
course
fancy
you
lad.
do.
I've got to finish the mailbag.
Okay,
All right,
please.
Our final letter.
Please hurry. I have lettuce to buy, as you know. I've lost 30 pounds eating nothing but Caesar salads.
Hello, TMOS gang. My son Benjamin is turning 30. Boy, you want to get passionate on this show.
God.
Talking about grocery stores. Hello, TMOS gang. My son Benjamin is turning 13 this week and has been a fan of TMOS for about a year now. His one wish for his birthday this year is to have Charlie, oh dear, say hello and sing him the traditional TMOS birthday song. Well, Charlie, if you want Charlie to sing the birthday song, he has a different way of doing it than the guys do. He sings it by himself.
Oh.
So if you want, we can do it. Tell him to quit sucking.
Ooh.
What's this?
The son wants you to tell the son to quit sucking.
Quit sucking?
Yeah.
All right. His one wish for his birthday this year is to have Charlie say hello and sing him the traditional TMOS birthday song. Oh, and to tell him to quit sucking. Would you make my son's wish come true? I thank you in advance and keep bringing the funny. A TMOS fan for life, Mike Leon or Lion. P.S. Hello, Lion. P.S. I am not a stalker. P.P.S. See you next week for spring break. All right. Charlie, can you come in here, please? You're going to be surprised.
Really?
Here it comes in.
Hey, Charles.
Hello.
Hey, where do you shop for groceries?
My favorite grocery store is Safeway.
That's a good one, Charlie.
Thank you.
A lot of them are closed now, but that's okay.
That's right. And I used to go to Shoppers Food Warehouse.
Oh, do you
Those
know?
are closing down.
Do you remember
Oh.
the commercial, Charlie, on TV with the tomato?
And I like Piggly Wiggly.
That's in the South.
And Kroger.
Kroger is great.
Oh,
Remember the
solid
motto,
store.
let's go Krogering?
Let's go Krogering.
There's a letter for you, Charlie.
Benjamin.
Yes.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Benjamin. Happy birthday to you. Quit sucking.
Great appearance from Charlie.
Fantastic.
That was really
Unexpected.
special. And we got all our grocery store stuff. Publix down here, by the way.
Publix
If
is
you ever
good.
come down here to a Publix, how do you know Publix?
I keep up in the game.
Florida.
Take a break.
And by the way,
Arizona.
Mike, we can come together on Hannaford.
Hannaford, up in Maine.
It's a great outfit, and they sell booze.
Better than Shaw's. We'll take a
Shaw's.
break. We'll take a break. Come back with news you may not need right here on the Michael Merrick Show.
Comedy. It's a universal.
Sorry.
TMOS Yak Shack.
Yak Shack.
Oh, it's me, the one and only Paulie. I have a special announcement for the P1s of the Mike O'Mara Show. You can now leave a message for the boys at the TMOS Yak Shack. Dial 888-920-6673. All comments, criticism, and praise will be welcome. But please, don't give us your life story. Make it short and sweet. So call the TMOS Yak Shack 24/7 at 888-920-MORE. And Mike just might air your message on the show. The TMOS Yak Shack.
Yak Shack.
Now get
Thank you very
to
much.
yakking.
Yes.
Back to you, Mike.
Thank you, Paulie. Appreciate it. Welcome back to the Mike O'Mara Show, brought to you by Stamps.com. Here is a fact of life. No
Yes.
one has time to go to the post office. The traffic, the parking, the drinking. What?
Well, yeah, the drinking is horrible.
I'm having a difficult week.
Have 8 or 10 beers, you can't go to the post office. Make a spectacle of yourself. Guys,
It's so true.
It is true. Fact of life.
The true
Here's
story.
a fact of life. No one has time to go to the
Right after the bar.
Oh, shoot. Here's a fact of life. No one has time to go to the post office. The traffic, the parking, the lines, I cannot see. I have tears in my eyes. Lugging your packages. It's a hassle, man. Which is exactly why you need Stamps.com. I'm seriously talking to you about Stamps.com. It eliminates trips to the post office and saves you money with discounts that you can't even get at the post office. Stamps.com brings you all the services of the U.S. Postal Service right to your computer. They can handle it all. Simply use your computer to print official U.S. postage. 24/7 for any letter, any package, any class of mail, anywhere you want to send it. Then hand it to your mail carrier and drop it in a mailbox. It's that simple. With Stamps.com, you get 5 cents off it. You don't have to drink either.
No.
It's not necessary to drink.
No. It's all
With
up to you.
Stamps.com, you get 5 cents off every first-class stamp and up to 40% off priority mail, so you can stay in your house, mail stuff, and go right to the fridge. It's no wonder over 700,000 small businesses are already using Stamps.com. Right now, our listeners get a special offer that includes a 4-week trial plus free postage and a digital scale without any long-term commitment. Just go to Stamps.com, click on the microphone at the top of the homepage, and type in TMOS. That's Stamps.com and enter the code TMOS.
News.
God, that's loud. News. Oh, Michael, get your act together, please.
Hey, speaking of drinking, can we talk about your Manhattan tomorrow?
Yeah,
I want
got
to.
a lot that
I
I
want
didn't
to.
get to today because we had the mailbag, and I'll review Dumbo on the smartest show in America. Felicity Huffman was among 13 wealthy parents who pleaded guilty yesterday for their part in the college admissions scandal. She has yet to be sentenced. Her husband, William H. Macy, was never charged. Felicity admitted to paying $15,000 to give her daughter extra help on her SATs. By the way, comparing it to the other famous person, Lori Loughlin.
Yeah, it's not as bad.
Not it's still horrible, but it's
That
not
is
the
egregious.
It's not $500,000 to bribe a school official to pretend your daughter's an athlete.
Can you imagine the mood
know.
in that house right now with William H. Macy coming home from perhaps a shoot at Shameless, dressed up like the father from Shameless, and just leave it and say, way to go. Smooth
By
move.
the way, I read them, I don't write them. I have to be honest. Everybody knows that. I talk about it all the time. But paying $15,000 to give her daughter extra help on her SAT, no, it was $15,000 she paid to cheat on her SATs.
Right.
Yeah.
But Mike, isn't that helping?
Thank you. Spoken like a magna cum laude student.
And for further context, there's now allegations on multiple different universities that
Right.
this is happening.
Yeah, this is all over, and certain ones are soliciting information.
Yes.
There are back doors.
Look
everywhere.
out.
And then there's the most I guess the most talked about at this point is what's happening at Harvard University, which seems to be different,
Yes.
but also another loophole that may need to be closed.
Yes.
Yeah.
Is where
they're going to tighten it up.
A fencing student who had a brother who was already on the Harvard fencing team, a Washington D.C. businessman, purchased the home of the fencing coach, purchased the fencing coach's home for double the amount of money.
Yeah.
And which was kind of icky, but at best legal with these loopholes. Simply because the brother who was applying to Harvard, who was younger, so he already had a brother at Harvard and another brother coming in, was qualified to attend Harvard. But the idea that the father would buy the coach's home for double the value so he could buy a closer home.
All this stuff is happening because all the eyes are on closing down basketball players that have wedding registries.
Can you imagine?
Yeah,
This is what.
that's right.
Let's focus
And-
on what matters, please.
You know, under the two birds with one stone thing, why don't we just eliminate the fencing scholarship in the first place, okay? Really, okay? I'm not watching ABC's Wild World of Sports for the fencing competition. I don't even like it at the Olympics.
I remember you threw away your epee.
On guard. You know, I'm sorry. Really. Get rid of the whole kit and caboodle, all
You
right?
don't even like the helmets?
Bag and baggage.
I like-
Fencing scholarship. Out there, okay?
Gone!
You want to get your fix? Go turn on the effing Three Musketeers. Thank you very much. Anyway, Felicity admitted to paying the $15,000. She did fully apologize. She said, quote, I am in full acceptance of my guilt. I don't like lawyer speak. That's lawyer speak.
That is
Don't
lawyer
care for
speak
that.
perfectly.
I am in full acceptance of my guilt, and with deep regret and shame over what I have done, I accept full responsibility for my actions and will accept the consequences that stem from those actions. I'm sorry. She's admitting it.
Sure.
She added that she's ashamed of what she did and the pain it caused her daughter, her family, and her friends. And she apologizes to, quote, the students who work hard every day to get into college and to their parents who make tremendous sacrifices to support their children and to do so honestly. Lori Loughlin and her husband, Massimo Gianniuli, did not plead guilty yesterday. There's still no word what they're going to do. So we'll have to wait and see what's happening with that.
Perhaps
But,
they will
facing
flee
2
the
years.
country and make love.
Yes, sirree. Tally up your final bracket score. March is over, and now the madness is too. Last night, the Virginia Cavaliers defeated the Texas Tech Red Raiders in the championship game. The game went into OT. Virginia went on a big run for an 85-77 victory. Yes, sir.
Do you want to hear the end of the game?
Yes.
I have it
let's
right
listen.
here.
Here we go.
Final seconds playing out.
Demands.
End of a fabulous tournament. Rebound into the hands of Hunter. And Virginia with the all-time turnaround title.
Out in the first round to winning the championship. A bit of redemption, the story, because last year they became the first number 1 seed to lose to a number 16 seed. This year they were a number 1 seed again, and things went just a little bit better. Virginia is now the 4th team to win the national title 1 year after losing in the first round, and this is the first NCAA men's basketball title in school history. Big day for the University of Virginia. It might not be their last. One Vegas sportsbook already has the Cavaliers as the favorites at 5-1 to win next year. Texas Tech is 30-1, and they're no slouch. What a great job for that program, and I bet they're getting a warm welcome when they get back to the school.
I want to send a warm welcome to everyone at UVA for putting out the roadmap, the template for VCU next year, because we've already done part 1. We were out in the first round. So now all we have to do is win it, and we've got
Rams.
It. Yes, go Rams.
We've done all of the things, we've all done these things that we regret. For Alex Rodriguez, one of those things was kissing himself in the mirror during a photo shoot back in 2009. In a new interview, he says, quote, "I cringe at that. We were ending the photo shoot, and I wanted to run out of there. The photographer was like, let's just shoot one more. And I'm like, what? I just want to eat a burger. Let me get out of here. He added, quote, I just kissed the mirror, not even thinking.
I think photographers can be the most evil people, and you get it.
You do stuff.
Wedding photographers, when they said, and you know, the combined weight.
This would be fun.
Yeah, this would be fun. My wedding party had a combined weight of about a ton, and they said, guys, you know what'd be great? Everybody jump up. And I said, I'm paying you a lot of money. You know what'd be fun? Let me call the shots. And we didn't jump. But they want you to do all that stuff.
That floating picture.
I found, look, we haven't, we're not, in front of a camera all the time except for these. But I will tell you, with photo shoots during my regular radio career, it would seem to me the best shots were the guys that were chill, that were like less is more.
Just
I'll
relax.
be here for 10 minutes, just relax, let's take a few pictures. It's the guys that want to, now do this. They didn't know what they were doing. They couldn't get what they wanted. The good guys kind of put you in a situation where
you're done and you're like, it's over?
Show me
It's
a kitty
over.
cat, Mike.
That's
Show
the
me a
good
kitty
guy.
cat. Meow, meow. Show me a kitty cat. Kitty cat.
Who did you hire?
I'm kidding. I didn't even really do that.
A-Rod also says the rumor that he has a portrait of himself as a centaur is, quote, 100% not true.
Okay. All right.
That was a fun rumor, though. A guy from Minnesota named Derek Berge was in Vegas last week and got hammered. He was hanging out at the Planet Hollywood Casino, been there, and drank so much he blacked out. But he was still up at around 7 a.m., and he wanted to do some, he was still up around 7 a.m.? I don't get it. He wanted to do some gambling.
Stayed through the night. I guess he blacked out and came back.
He blacked out and woke up at 7 a.m., so he put $100 down on a crazy parlay bet that involved 3 different sporting events. That's the alcohol talk.
That is drinking.
He placed 2 different bets on a huge underdog to beat the favorite in the NCAA hockey tournament. He bet they'd win and placed another bet that the combined score would be 6 goals or less. What, do you have some sort of savant alcohol moment? He also bet the Minnesota Timberwolves would beat the Golden State Warriors, which was unlikely.
So all 3 of these things had to happen for him to realize any money on his $100.
Wow.
And he picked the Minnesota Wild to beat the Vegas Golden Knights in the NHL. And all 4 bets had to hit or he'd lose the $100. Right after he placed the bet, he went back to the Holiday Inn where he was staying, passed out, and missed all of the games. Then he woke up later, didn't even remember placing the bet, and found out that he had won over $26,000.
My God.
That's great.
He says the casino told him it's the biggest 4-leg parlay win they have ever had.
Good for him.
So,
Yeah, I'm glad. That's good for him.
Keep drinking. Yeah, way to go. Science may have finally figured out why drunk people feel the need to eat an entire pizza or order everything off the Taco Bell menu.
I'm listening.
And it's not just because your inhibitions are lowered, which we've always said.
Yeah.
A new study with mice found that binge drinking might activate the same part of your brain as binge eating. So when you drink a lot, it makes you want to eat a lot too. They also think binge eating can lead to more binge drinking for the same reason, which is interesting because binge drinking and obesity have both been on the rise in the U.S. So it's possible those 2 trends are linked. Well, now you've told us the cause or the effect. What do we do to stop it?
Like these are the first 2 parts of what is known as the Spiewak parlay.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, maybe that's why I like Mia. Maybe that's why I like iguaneria. Seriously, you know? I mean, margaritas to knock your in the dirt and, you know, more chips than you'll ever see in your life.
Sure.
And swim in a bathtub full of them. More salsa. You know, fantastic. And now a little something. 25-year-old Dante Flowers was spotted driving a stolen car in Hartford, Connecticut last Friday. Then cops used their cars to box him in, and he took off on foot. Hartford, of course, right next to my hometown. I was born and raised in that area. But he was chased down by a cop who was wearing a bow tie and tap dancing shoes. The cop's name is Jay Montrose. It's not clear if he was off duty or what, but he's a detective in training, so he has to wear a tie, and he prefers the bow tie look. Unfortunately, there's no word on what the tap shoes were about. He caught up with Dante about 2 blocks away, arrested him. Dante got tons of charges, and the cop got the lead in the play. Thank you very much. I didn't know how to end that.
I think you did. It was so sudden.
Yay. We'll take a break and come back with the audio vault and Rob Spiewak right here on the Mike O'Mara Show. Short one, sorry.
You asked, and we listened. Now you can listen on Spotify. In our never-ending effort to make it easier for you to access our content, The Mike O'Mara Show can now be streamed on Spotify. Just another platform that gives you full TMOS access. So go grab the show and listen, and spread the word. The more you know, the more we grow. TMOS on Spotify. Grab it.
I think I'm drinking out of a dirty glass.
Why? Why would you say that?
Because he's a tough guy. Give me 2 shots of whiskey in a dirty glass.
Just realize that. Yeah.
What's that?
Or it's the
It's an old
Perkins
Western
commercial.
thing,
Have I
yeah.
ever talked to? Have I talked to you about the Perkins commercial down here that we're addicted to?
No.
I told you that, right? Where the guy comes in, the old guy, and he says, "I'll have a burger, fries, and some pie." And the waitress says to him, the younger waitress, that's a 10th of his age, says, "Excuse me, it's 9 o'clock in the morning." And he looks at her and goes,
"Then bring the pie first."
It's so gross.
I have
but it's
never,
so funny.
ever seen that.
Oh, do they have Perkins up where you guys are? Do they have those?
I know they have them near West WVU.
Yeah, I'm not sure that their business plan allows for Washington, D.C. styled real
I'll have a
estate.
burger,
I'll find
fries, and some pie.
Yeah.
How
That'd be a good spot if the guy had been played by Joe Biden.
Welcome back to the Mike O'Mara Show. Brought to you by the TMOS bonus packages. The bonus show, clearly the most mysterious of all the podcasts. The bonus show, who really understands it? What is it? Is it a lifestyle choice, a dietary plan, a standardized test? Is it a specter or goblin that chases you under the light of a full moon until you pass out from exhaustion and then breaks all your crayons while you're asleep? Well, the bonus show is none of these.
None of these, Oscar.
None of
The
these.
Mike O'Mara bonus show is a magical 6th episode of TMOS that you can grab every week electronically. And all you have to do is have the foresight to do it. We record one every week. Whoa, Nelly! Subscribe now. It's a fun activity that will allow you to listen to the Mike O'Mara bonus show, which is what good folks do. And if you don't subscribe, you're a crooked, dishonest, repulsive dick.
Ooh. Burn.
Remember, the future of our show depends on it, so please buy our thing. Just go to MikeO'MaraShow.com, click the bonus banner, and get access to all our bonus content. So buy it, try it, and now replace those crayons. You've got work to do. Let's open up the audio vault with Rob Spiewak for Tuesday, April 9th, 2019.
Quick sports story. I can't believe we've danced all around. We never brought up the fact that the coach of Virginia, who won the championship last night, is named Tony Bennett. And
maybe an interview tomorrow.
Okay, I'd like that. I'd like to know
Maybe
what he's
an
up
interview
to.
for the vignette. Please remind me.
But
We'll talk to him tomorrow.
this is Tony Bennett accepting the championship trophy last night.
Bernard Miro present the championship trophy to the University of Virginia. Congratulations, coach and team.
I don't know if all these guys will remember this, but when they come into my office, I got a poster of Rocky on the steps. And I told them, I said, I just want a chance at a title fight one day. That's all we want. And these guys came to fight in this title, and now we're the champs. And I'm so thankful because this is a great story. I played a song for them today called Hills and Valleys by Torrin Wells, and it just...
So I went and found this song that he played to get them pumped up. It's a Christian rock song, and I think it's really got a great driving sort of, get out there and get it done beat.
On the mountains, I will bow my life to the one who set me there.
Seems a little light.
Imagine the players in their room.
There was some eye rolling going on when this played.
So look at it both ways.
He won the national championship.
This is
He can play whatever he
non-traditional,
wants.
right? You know how fighters always talk, Mike, when they get into the ring that they could beat themselves with adrenaline?
Yeah.
If you throw this on and it's not like a jump around,
it slows
House
them
of
down a
Pain
bit.
song,
Yeah.
you're like, all right.
Anyway, congratulations to the Who's.
Hello, young men. This is your new coach, O'Mara. I don't know much about basketball, but I thought I'd put a little something on for you guys before you go out there and play the what is it? The Running Rebels, the Rigid Rocks, the Red Raiders. The Red Raiders.
Red Raiders. Yeah.
Play the Red Raiders. So if this motivates you, I'm all for it. Hit it, boys. Yeah. Thank you very much. Okay. Get out there and enjoy yourselves. All right. Mostly have fun, boys. Kick it. Kick it. There you go. Get out there and remember these lessons. You can learn them on a basketball court. You can learn them in life. Beastie Boys know all about basketball. Sing it, boys.
You wake up late for school, man, you don't want to go.
Okay, thank you.
There will be hills and valleys, Mark. That's what he's saying. Okay.
Yes, there will.
Do you recognize this theme?
Kings and queens.
I'll stop it there because
Joker's Wild.
You're close. It's Card Sharks, and Card Sharks is coming back. Now, do you remember the game show Card Sharks that had the huge cards, and you
Not
would
a
get
fan.
control of your board? Oh, I loved it. I think it was Jim Perry hosted it, but it always started with a poem.
Kings and queens will rarely fight you unless an ace shows up to bite you on Cut Sharks.
That's Gene Wood.
Yep, exactly.
Jim Perry.
But the new host is going to be from Community, Joel McHale.
Oh, wow.
And the format, as I recall, they would ask a question like I would say to you, Mike, we asked women, how many women got mad at their husband and left the bed because they were watching the basketball game out of 100? And then you would guess a number out of 100, say 36.
Yes.
And then the opponent would say, I think it's higher or lower. And whoever got it, either lower or higher, would get control of the board, and then you'd have 5 cards in a row, and you have to go higher, lower, or change that card. And if you got 5 in a row, you could win, as they say, life-changing money. So I'm excited to see. It's a very visual game, and if he's funny, it'll be a good
I'll
game.
take another look at it. I don't remember it that well, so I'll enjoy it. And I like Joel McHale.
I do too. Congratulations, Mike, to the Baltimore Orioles and a player, Chris Davis, who is now over. He is over 49. This is the longest hitless streak in the history of baseball.
He was such a stud. I mean, he was the home run king. He was an amazing. He's just lost the edge. It's so sad. It's such a drag.
So here
that's his living.
He's 0 for 49. This is when he actually broke the record and went 0 for 47.
He's going to set the Major League record with this at bats. There's a shot to left. Grossman's going to go back, and Grossman makes the catch. So Chris Davis, unfortunately for him, he has the Major League record. He is 0 for his last 47, and tonight he's hit 3 line drives. Right?
I don't know what's wrong with him, though. He shouldn't go 0 for 49.
Man, oh man, I feel bad for Crash Davis. That's too bad. It's
going to be good when he breaks that streak because the Baltimore, they've had such a great recent history.
When you hear players talk about those slumps, it's terrifying.
It is.
Yeah, because you're literally looking at your light flashing.
And isn't the season only about
from a career standpoint?
Season's only like 11 or 12 days old, right?
Yeah, he hasn't gotten a hit obviously since the beginning of the season.
Right.
It's incredible.
All right, Mike, we close with this. Is there any end to her talent? That's what I must ask you.
Who are we talking about?
It's a young lady who was on the Jimmy Fallon show, and one of the Roots crew was rapping, and she provided the beatboxing. Her name is Chrissy Metz.
Okay, we're just some men that's on the mic, and when we rock up on the mic, we rock the mic for all of y'all, keeping y'all in hell, just to see you smile and enjoy yourself, 'cause
she hasn't breathed that hard since the last episode of This Is Us.
Okay.
That's your magic audio voice.
She's such a monster. That was pretty good.
Hey, a jingle. It's the news jingle.
Oh, I'm sorry. Hold on. What am I doing? What the hell am I doing?
Have a great Tuesday, everybody.
Might want to really look at your proper soundboard. Thank you. This is what I wanted to do.
Yeah, thank you.
you.
Hey, you know what? If she has that in her
got me
skill
with
set.
Chrissy Metz. You took me away with Chrissy Metz.
With that in her skill set, aren't we due for a remake of Disorderlies?
Yeah, rated PG. Oh, my God. Another one in the can. Thank you. Hey, don't forget the Yak Shack, always open at 888-920-MORE, 888-920-6673. Send us a message. Keep it brief. We'd appreciate that. Anytime, middle of the night, you want to talk to the Yak Shack, we'll play it on the show if it's good. That's the way that works. Also, great mailbag. Send it to Rob with 2 B's at MichaelMarisShow.com. I got to get out of here. Thank you very much.
Hey, Mike, no
For,
drinking
Rob Spiewak
before
and
you go
Oscar
to the post
Santana
office.
to the Stamps.com. Bye, everybody.
So long.
Ciao, ciao.
Before you go, please make a mental note. Today's show is made possible by the TMOS bonus packages. You can secure yours right now by going to MikeO'MaraShow.com and clicking on the red bonus banner. Buy it or give it. Either way, you're helping out TMOS, and that's a good thing. Thank you, and go in peace.
Mike O'Mara, Radio Entertainment.
I believe in the sweet spot, softcore pornography, opening your presents Christmas morning rather than Christmas Eve, and I believe in long, slow, deep, soft, wet kisses that last 3 days.
You look like a blueberry.
You ever hang around the gymnasium?
Give